swallowed star 421 10,000 threads. The difference between the three accounts was extremely huge. The one with the most was the account he was able to acquire when he reached the Domain Lord level. Within that account is all of his teachers' remaining money in that 5-star account. I am very sorry, but that is not possible, Babata said. My Mosha clan clone is a universe level 2. Luo Feng couldn't help but say. No, Luo Feng, have you forgotten? The 3 accounts your teacher left behind not only have strength requirements. They also require you to personally go open the account, and during that time, there'll be a scan of spirit energy. It has to be the spirit energy of the Yun Mo planet form before the account can be opened, Babata said. Luo Feng creased his eyebrows. The Moshan clan clone will be using my energy. It can easily use my spirit energy. Wrong. The Mosha clan is an energy life form. Its true form is that life crystal. It doesn't have any spirit energy at all. How can it use your spirit energy? Babata said. Ah! Luo Feng was stunned. Flesh and blood life forms, whether it was humans or beasts or space beasts, as long as they walked that same path, they all had a soul and spirit energy. Spirit energy was a part of the soul after all. Energy life forms, however, were totally different. Their core was the life crystal, not spirit energy at all. Just like the automaton race, they were in essence living AIs. They did not contain any spirit energy at all. Hence, back within the Yun Mo planet ship, when the Yun Mo planet master Hu Yen Bo and his undying underlings all died, only Babata survived because he was a living AI. The life forms were different in many ways, even the lifespans were different. Living AIs, even if they didn't become undying, they could still continue to live on, just like that Lord Wu. Damn! Luo Feng shook his head. I still thought. This really disappoints me. Luo Feng was helpless. You punk, don't get too greedy. Babata said, your body is that of a golden-horned beast, the most elite bloodline of the entire universe. And you have the Moshan clan, the strongest assassins in the universe. You've already gotten so many advantages. Yet, you are feeling disappointed over such rubbish? I have never ever met anyone with such a sick combination before. Haha. Luo Feng laughed. The golden-horned beast and Mosha clan, both were really rare even in the entire universe. Many Undying had yet to even see one before. And Luo Feng managed to get both bodies. It was a huge advantage altogether. All right, I'll continue to practice my flying. Luo Feng laughed, becoming a beam of light and headed towards a crevice on the surface of Mars where the universe ship was. He entered the ship and connecting his consciousness to the Virtual Universe network. Virtual Universe, Black Dragon Mountain Island Slaughterhouse. Up here. The little demon Babata waved his hand and immediately the space around warped. A large machinery factory appeared. Within that factory were countless blurry machine traps all prepared beforehand. With just one look, the entire factory looked like a bee's nest. As it was densely packed, with just a bit of carelessness, one would easily knock into some of the machinery. This is the test for the first level of the 10,000 threads technique, the one-thread movement. Babata pointed at what seemed like an inescapable net of machinery before them. If you are able to grab the 3,189 red balls within this factory without touching any of the machinery, or getting hit by any of their attacks, then you'd be considered reaching the one-thread level already. Understood. Luo Feng nodded. Yes. Since his failure with Rong Jun before, Luo Feng had considered hard and realized that as a strong spirit reader controller, he had to be incredibly strong at flying. Man's energy had a limit. One couldn't be both a spirit reader and a fighter. Normally they would focus on one. Naturally, since he emphasized the spirit reader side, he had to emphasize flying. Battle had its own techniques. A magician's techniques in battle, like the soul imprint, was an example of that side. For the controller, the Nanshan armament's 9 levels were a form of training techniques. Defense had its own techniques too. In terms of soul, the Void Pagoda, and physical defense, he could rely on weapons and armors to defend. As for movement, the fighter's way of movement had different techniques too. A spirit reader stepping on a spirit weapon to fly too had its own techniques. Even to the point where taming beasts, possession, enslaving, and other different techniques etc. had their own best or optimum techniques. The number of origin laws themselves were only that few. However, the origin laws were akin to culture and knowledge. By gaining the knowledge about these different cultures and knowledge, some are able to get strong while others may just remain ordinary. One theory was that these techniques are ways to unleash the full strengths of the origin laws. The Nanshan armament is able to unleash the origin law's greatest battle abilities. Soul imprint is possible too. The Void Pagoda is possible too. Absolute space is possible too. The 10,000 threads was capable too. Back when he was defeated by Rong Jun, Luo Feng had first asked the opinion of Babata. Hence, he finally chose the level 5 spirit weapon, the Dark Cloud Shuttle, and also chose the spirit reader's flying technique, the 10,000 threads. His teacher, the Yun Mo Planet Master, as a powerful spirit reader, knew many flying techniques. However, Luo Feng picked one that was different from his teachers. His teacher Han Yenbo trained in the flying technique space control back then. In terms of power, the two were comparable. In terms of how common they were, however, space control was much rarer, while 10,000 threads was a widely spread skill. Many Undying knew it. However, it being widely spread didn't mean its power was weak. This 10,000 threads technique, after hearing your explanation, why do I feel that the absolute space is very similar? Luo Feng had asked Babata back then. Babata answered, it is very similar indeed. Your absolute space training's second level, the infinite changes, is akin to the 10,000 threads final level. And it was said that the 10,000 threads actually even has a higher level of teleportation. However, no one knows the training method. Absolute space was split into 3 levels. Level 1 was arc light, level 2 was infinite changes, and level 3 is teleportation. The 10,000 threads technique was also split into 3 levels. First level, 1 thread, this is comparable to the absolute space's first level arc light. The second level, 9 threads. Third level, 100 threads. Third level, 10,000 threads. At this time, it was comparable to the second level of absolute space infinite changes. It was said that there was another higher level, teleportation. However, from the information that was spread about the technique outside, no one had the final training methods. This was also the reason why Babata was so shocked when he learned that the complete training of absolute space included the teleportation level. After all, the path of comprehending the origin laws was a hard one. But, with a clear path ahead, it would save a lot of time and energy. One valuable technique, even if people were willing to spread it, the most valuable parts still remained incredibly valuable. Alright, what you said makes sense. This 10,000 threads technique and my absolute space follows the same path. Even though the training is different, the path is ultimately the same. They will complement each other and my training itself will also be easier. I'll pick this. This was back then when Luo Feng decided to pick this flying technique. After these 3 years or so, Luo Feng had already completed the basics of the 10,000 threads. Stepping on the dark cloud shuttle, his flying was already very perfect. However, he had yet to finish the one-thread movement. Chi. A steel wire just touched Luo Feng's back. Chi. 3 needles were shot out and 1 touched Luo Feng's calf. Failure. Babata shouted. From the secret weapons that covered the entire ceiling, Luo Feng became a peculiar image and flew immediately down to Babata's side, shaking his head. The test of the one thread is too difficult. If I used the Mosha clan body, I would be able to dodge easily. Luo Feng laughed. 1. The Virtual Universe Company supplies the same body to everyone. 2. The Mosha clan is an energy life form and not human. It's unable to participate in this genius battle. The little demon raised 2 fingers. I'll give you a suggestion. Return to reality and make the Mosha clan take the form of the golden horned beast to train absolute space. Okay. Luo Feng nodded. Solar System, Mars surface. The black-clothed Luo Feng stood within the red sandstorm that engulfed the entire desert and immediately transformed. His entire body became energy, transforming into a 12-m-long golden-horned beast. Its appearance was completely similar to the golden-horned beast. This form could be said to be a golden-horned beast infant. The black crystal with 10,081 surfaces within slightly revolved, its incomparably complex golden engravings melding with space itself. It's too wondrous, this feeling. The little golden-horned beast's eyes were excited, it could clearly feel the ripples in space. That familiarity, that peculiar feeling, almost as though it was returning to its mother's embrace. Begin. Rumble. The little golden-horned beast immediately worked according to the instructions of absolute space as it began its training. Its scaled wings, claws and tail all had to be used, especially its long tail which could easily do minuscule and quick changes in directions. 2 golden-horned beasts, 3, 4, 5. Little golden-horned beasts appeared all around. At this time, 9 little golden-horned beasts had appeared. With the golden-horned beast structure, it was really suited for the training of absolute space. This Mosha clan, using my human form, could only produce 5 images. While using the golden-horned beast form, it can actually make 9. The little golden-horned beast was completely immersed in the training of absolute space. This technique was created from an earlier powerful golden-horned beast from before, specially crafted to fit the golden-horned beasts. Even if humans acquired it, they couldn't train it. Because they didn't have tails, they didn't have wings. Wonderful. Immersed in the training of absolute space, the little golden-horned beast seemed to grasp the space origin laws easily. Time passed day by day. The golden-horned beast focused on comprehending the gold origin laws while the Mosha clan body was in the little golden-horned beast form training absolute space. Luo Feng himself was training on comprehending the 2 laws, melding them together. He was focused on studying the Nanshan armament, training hard on the 10,000 thread flying technique. With such high training efficiency, his strength continued to increase almost every day. November, December, January. Finally, China time 2070, September, the gathering of the entire universe's 1008 universe countries over 1 million geniuses, The start date of the Pinnacle fights was in this month.